All right. Hi, everyone. We are the Plant Operations Smartphone Tracker Subteam, or POST for short. I'm Will, and I'm joined by Shirley, Larry, and Tina. So I just want to start off with a quick overview on what our team does. So a long time ago, plant operators would inscribe plant data into physical logbooks and then send this data by hand to Agua Clara for usage. Um, And this was an unsustainable and tedious process. So Post was formed to streamline this using the benefits of technology. We have an Android app powered by ODK Collect, which allows plant operators to fill out forms with their data. This data then gets aggregated in a Firebase database, and that data then gets displayed on the Post website for anyone to view. So I also want to do a quick recap of the next steps that we set out last fall. So last fall, we decided that we needed to meet with ACR to go over the website layout that we designed and receive feedback, particularly from Monroe. And ideally, um, we would have liked to get in contact with a plant operator or someone close to the implementation side to better understand the user's needs. We also last fall we began working on our web development skills, but we still had a ways to go and wanted to iron out our static side fundamentals as well as our JS skills, and then go on to learn React. And then finally, we wanted to find an alternative to hosting the database update script on AWS in order to save or cut down on costs. And then this was translated into our action items for the semester, where we're decided to work on a website redesign to make our website more usable and comprehensive, which we think would encourage plant operators to submit data on a more regular basis. And we also want to make the website mobile friendly and design it for mobile, since our users frequently access the website on their phones rather than their desktop. And we wanted to migrate to the React Web Framework because it's easier to learn, and we felt like it better supported mobile websites than Angular. We are also redesigning the data dashboard for each plant to make the visualization more readable by adding separate graphs for each type of data. The current site displays turbidity and chemical dosage, which are on the same graph here. But we also wanted to include other kinds of data, such as like watercolor, clay polymer levels, etc. And finally, if it's possible, we wanted to host a post database update script on Firebase, as well as avoid unnecessary reads from the database by modifying the script so that it is only triggered by a write to the database from ODK aggregate instead of constantly checking as it is now.
So for the implementation from the static side, most of the implementation seen in the screenshot was worked on last semester through the HTML CSS side. We started this semester with the finishing touches on different aspects of the code and worked to make the overall design more fluid. And along with this, we also started the semester by welcoming 2 new members to the team. So through our 3 weekly sub-team meetings, we were able to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses that allowed us to work on different projects within our overall post mission.
During the semester, we ran into some issues with React. We were having trouble with getting the code to build correctly due to difficulty with the integration of the static side. As a result, we tried to rebuild the project using Bootstrap instead, and to the right, we see the current data dashboard using placeholder data. Next semester, we hope to integrate the data with Firebase. Because of the difficulty integrating the static and dynamic side, we delayed our original timeline.
So one of my main focuses this semester was creating a new design for the post data collection app. So this is the main tool for Agua Clara to collect data on its plants from the plant operators. The main challenge was that the old app was uninspiring and included an interface that was not easily learned by plant operators. So on the left there, that's like the documentation, and then there's some screenshots for the old app. So through consultation of our ride mentor, Giancarlo, who previously worked on the post data collection app, and the use of the design tool Figma. I tried to make the app design flow better and hopefully allow for more plant operators to consistently log their data. So mainly changing the design of the questions collected from individual pages to allowing for all the questions to be answered on the same page within the form could help plant operators better understand what is expected of them.
And here I will talk about our progress and notes from this semester. So first of all, we worked on interfacing with the Firebase database. So Will implemented a wrapper class to interface with Firebase, and which essentially returns a list of plants and their data values that are taken from the database. And we also worked on the data dashboard, so working on static content and styling and testing out victory components. And some of the challenges we ran into while working on this was, first of all, just working with a new file structure that is required for React, and also integrating the Firebase script, which we haven't gotten to. We still need to work a lot on for next semester, but trying to test it out was also a challenge for us. And finally, on the homepage, we will still need to implement dynamic cards and dynamically create the UI elements based on the data from Firebase. And also on the website, we worked on implementing the navigation bar with a React component.
Some lessons that we learned this semester include that we should have implemented everything through React from the beginning in order to avoid difficulties integrating the static and dynamic side. There should have been less people working on the website, but with more ownership per person. We realized that something that slowed down progress this semester was because there were so many people working on different parts, and each person had to work with each other. We had to constantly reach out in order to make progress. For next semester, we hope that each person would have more responsibility, but for different aspects of the website, in order to become more cohesive as a team and more productive. In addition, we hope to focus more on individual passion projects so that each individual can avoid burnout.
And our goals for the next semester are to um, most importantly finish implementing the React components and complete the minimum viable product of the website. So one aspect of that is to integrate the Firebase database containing the plant information with the website. And another thing is to implement the additional features we initially had in our design, such as adding additional data types to the data visualizations and incorporate filters such as the time range selector to the graph. And another goal that is secondary to that is to work on the development of the post data app um, that Larry designed this semester. Larry redesigned this semester, and that would require Android and Java development.
That's it for our presentation. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions and recommendations, feel free to reach out to us at our emails. Thank you.